That's what it is.
7 o'clock. Jeff. I know. All o'clock.
Is that why?
Call the people order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I have a chance to read the meeting minutes.
Yes.
Motion.
Know that we approve this. There's a couple of lines missing in there, Jeff, but you know what this was. At least Ray gave me the one I found. Yeah, well, it just occurred to me. Dumpster will be placed at in the sentences. I mean, we all know where it's gonna be, but it's not in there.
So your motion forward with the changes.
With the
Yep.
changes. I move to approve with the changes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. That's that for minutes.
No.
Okay. Martha's report.
You want me? I'll go
Yeah,
first.
you go ahead. and
I'll go
introduce-
first since, yeah, I talked to him earlier about this.
Okay.
So everybody that doesn't know, we recently acquired a new town marshal, Gordon Taylor. If you would stand up. Today's his first official day with us. We swore him in a couple of weekends ago. We do still need to get him uniforms and things like that going. So he's got some bids from River City, I believe.
Okay.
We can go over the, I guess, the numbers on that. Never mind, here it is, but,
Okay, we'll wait till yours.
just real quick, a couple updates. He has been doing some work for us already, just some administrative stuff and whatnot. We did get him to do the audit. So that all went well. The new car has the lights fixed, which did end up going back to Waymeyer because of the warranty and they're the installer and all that stuff. So
Okay.
there was a software update and reloading I guess the software on there.
So it's nothing mechanical.
No, so that was good. We did kind of mess around with one of the other chargers that's over there at the department right now. We got it running, but did it ever restart after we killed it? No.
No.
Okay, so, we did jump it and got it running. The lights on that one do all work and everything. It probably needs some work though. It's been sitting there for a long time. That was the one with the light bar on the top, not the slip top, so.
Right.
The other car, do we have that back yet or no?
We do not. It's supposed to be at.
At Sneed's?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna pick that one up, I guess. I don't know if the repair's done on it yet. Several months ago, you know,
We authorized it back in
we
October.
did authorize it. There was some miscommunication where he didn't know that it got authorized. But then we notified him of that, so hopefully those repairs are done. I still haven't heard anything back from him.
I gotta be up there for you.
Okay. That's about all I got. You wanna do any,
Yeah,
you got anything else?
just to introduce myself to everyone. My name's Jordan. I've been in law enforcement for about 6 years. Worked mostly as a patrol officer, so traffic stops, domestic calls, answering dispatch, that sort of stuff. unlocking cars at grocery stores for people. I've also worked as a canine handler and a field training officer and trained a lot of new police officers. So I'm married. This is my wife, Isabel. We're excited to move to the community and be a part of it. And then, see, I think David hit on most of the stuff that we've done. With some of the help with the Floyd County Sheriff's Department, they've helped me get some of the police forms. They sent me a total of 61 different police forms. So that's gonna help us with some affidavits and putting together some,
Good start.
yeah, putting together some reports so we can send it to the prosecutor's office or just take information reports. So on the 18th, there is a PTO meeting at the schools, and some other law enforcement agencies are going to attend it, including I think it's the Southeast Regional SWAT team. So I plan on going to that, handing out some stickers, being seen, getting to know the community.
Is that here at Greenville?
Yep.
Great.
I think that's it for me.
Oh, also, going through the locker and everything, we do need to get him some more ammo and stuff.
Yes.
I went with the wall there.
We need to,
Yeah, all ammo.
Didn't we buy a bunch, I mean, for Tom?
No, I don't think.
I think we authorized it.
It seems like we had a discussion.
We had a discussion, we made a motion and we did approve a purchase, so.
We can look back in there and see how much we approved or whatnot, but, on his annual requalification and stuff like that, take about 150 rounds or so, so.
I'm not sure what we funded, but no, it's just funded substantial amount, but you get more, we get more.
The most important thing is, does he have the code?
We will, well, I think he has it on the laptop.
Oh, you mean to go online and get it?
Yeah.
we can, under emergency services, we can offer some purchase of some more ammo. While we're under just the marshal's report, we have Sheriff Bush and Prosecutor Chris Lane here. Chris, if y'all like to.
Sure. Steve and I just want to come out, talk briefly, make sure that your law enforcement needs are being met, and known these David, Andy, Craig forever, and Jack, and also Heather replaced me years ago. I was on the way out here, and she's doing a great job. A lot of things you don't know about Heather, but she has done a great job behind the scenes. I'm proud of it. Jordan, I'm glad you got the job in the prosecutor's office and our investigators. But we really came here just to listen if there's any issues ongoing with violence, drugs, or anything else that you ever need help with. Tell one of your representatives, Andy, Greg, have both reached out to me on issues. And I'm sure the sheriff also, and will act. He will act out here. So this is a great community. Elected us, and we intend to keep this community safe for you. Amplify Jordan. So, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, what Chris is saying, we're here to partner with Greenville in terms of the law enforcement side, and we want to make sure George's safe as well, so he can go home to his wife. But also serve the community, yes.
It's important.
You know, but he want to make sure he has all the tools necessary to serve the town of Greenville and the community and Floyd County as a whole. So we're here to help as the sheriff's office. That's my pledge. You know, the board, if you all need something from us, Jordan, don't hesitate to call. You got your documents so far, so they get you started. But also training or anything else that we can do to facilitate, you know, get you better prepared in terms of what your needs are and what the board's and the town's needs are. So we're here to pledge that. We did talk about the opiate settlement monies before in the past, so we rescinded that initially because we didn't know the direction y'all were going. So now you're heading in the direction. I think we can re-engage that conversation, and then we can either meet with Jordan or whoever you want on the board, kind of get that go. That talk's going again, and I know what direction we want to go. So Chris and I are here to offer our pledges that we're here to help the town in any way possible.
Thank you all so much.
You want to have Jordan reach out to us?
Yeah, just
Tell us the needs you might have. I hear ammo,
Yeah.
other things like that. We want to help because it is for drug interdiction. And you've been a great community you have. You're still here, so equip Jordan well. Right.
Thank you.
That sounds great. Thanks, Chris.
All that. course.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Good to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to see you.
Financials.
Yeah, let's not. There we go. And then you guys are there. Let's stop. I mean, shake my hand.
I mean, that one better, that's-
Also need the reconciling. Ever get a chance to look that over? Yep. And you know, everybody.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks,
Make a motion to approve the reconciliation.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. All right, moving on to committee reports. So, I'm sitting on the, Safe Roads Committee, for Floyd County. It's part of a committee that they have folks from New Albany, Floyd County, some of the other, Georgetown. And they're looking for ways to get money to help, alleviate some of the, more prone or dangerous roads. 150 is getting a lot of attention in that report.
Like
Yeah.
150 and Vincent.
Like, yeah, that too. So, I don't know that if 100% the money's gonna come, but we're definitely ranking Highway 150 all the way through Greenville and up through Galena, honestly, all the way up to Highlander Point, the full length of it. There's some just areas of major concern, so hopefully we'll get some dollars from that. The last meeting that we had was week before last, so good exercise.
Is NDOT involved in that?
It, not yet. So hopefully we'll get some, one of the things that they had statistics on like what helps reduce injury accidents, rumble strips, reflective lighting. There are a few others, signage. And so they had identified a few different things for all of the problem areas, but we went ahead and kind of added everything for 150.
You know, we've asked for flashing lights, sign, more signage.
Second thing is the FRF reporting. If you want to give just a report on that.
It's due by the end of this month and I'm having issues with the website. I've got an appointment tomorrow at 2:00 to do another seminar on it. I've got it all done except for the last step and it just won't let me in there to post it. So maybe we'll get an answer on that tomorrow.
Okay, let us know how we can help or if we need to,
Okay.
and what this is the COVID coronavirus grants that were given out to communities. And then there's just some requirements of reporting that we have to do. So, and that's all municipalities, and some of them are quarterly, some of them are annually. I know that I'm still getting the emails, so I'm assuming you're getting them as well.
Yes.
So, Emergency services.
Like I said, we need to go over like the dollar amounts, I guess, to authorize for him to get uniforms and things like that. The amounts that he gave me were not including the patches being sewed on or embroidery done.
Okay.
So. His vest is gonna be at $329 plus tax or $330 plus tax.
That's we have it this way.
I don't know that we have one that will fit him.
Okay, well, I guess that, but I know we bought some last year, but that makes sense.
And that's gonna be $20 shipping on that.
It was $349.
Let's see. The long sleeve polos are 79. The short sleeve polos are 52. Pants are 90. Class A long sleeve is 61. Short sleeve is 53, and Class A pants 61. I know typically we do 2 sets. The Class A is only gonna be 1 set, and the other stuff, the polos and whatnot, are gonna be 2 sets, I believe that's what it
2
says in there.
Um,
So obviously the polos and things like that, and the police vest is the most important right now.
What's our total cost? I mean,
I have a total.
Oh, do you know
That sounds like it's close to $1,000.
So it's 1,080.
I'm just doing math in my head.
I want to do up to 1,100 just to.
So you making a motion?
this, yeah,
Well,
well,
I'm making the motion yet. I'm just saying numbers.
All the tax.
yeah, there,
Well, it's 1080, so definitely if I be more $20 tax.
Shouldn't it be any tax on it all or tax?
yeah, we're
Yeah, that's
taxed.
fair.
So,
But you said they're shipping too, right?
For the vest.
Okay, just.
Which is $20.
and then how much,
The rest of the stuff you can pick up
Yeah,
down.
they have it in store. So
and then how much, ammunition do we need?
Well, I don't know, should we hold off on the ammo just because, we're gonna work with the county on getting that through those other funds?
So,
Do we want to hold off on it or get that in addition to?
I mean, I would almost just say we do a proven amount for all of his gear, and then, practice ammo. I mean, we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
We're gonna use it, and if we get some from county, I mean, it's not like it's one of that, right? So, I mean, I would almost say. How much do you want to go through for training? Like
So
150?
for me to get qualified, I have to, it's 150 rounds to get qualified, and that's just for 1 year.
Okay. So, and then you gotta be qualified for the rifle too, right?
Yes.
Rough cost on ammo?
So
I did not get a copy.
$12 a box. Well,
Greg knows.
Yeah, that was just like, I'm saying like $300. We go to 50.
we're gonna say 50. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's 1,500 for to cover the training, pistol, rifle, training ammo, and
And
then all of the sewing,
the other ammo they carry though too, while on duty is different. So,
yeah, you do the HSDs, right? I think federal SHTs boxes of 50 are like 40,
That's what,
45.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
that was through Triple D.
Yes, through Triple J, and then 14 a box for 50 for the practice.
well, yeah, I think 1,500 should be.
You get us close.
Yeah, we may end up having to come back and get a little bit more ammo because, depending how many mags you have,
I have a 3.
they sold them. Let's just do 15, and then
We'll get some from the county, but I think.
Yeah, we'll talk.
That will cover us for a minute.
yeah, okay.
Is that a motion?
So I'll make a motion to approve $1,500 for the purchase of Marshall gear for Jordan and partisan duty ammo for both is, pistol and rifle.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Well, you want to take that out of the marshal's fund? Or is it almost,
1,500.
yeah, there's almost 9,000 dollars.
You guys coming to it?
Oh, $8,000 in there. 79.39.
Let's take it out of the riverboat.
Okay.
You don't want to take it out of Marshall's fund.
Thinking they'll probably end up having some other, that would have to take that out. Perfect. Anything else for Marshall?
That's all I really got. Well, like I said, Jack's gonna be up there at Sneed tomorrow.
Yes.
Said,
First thing in the morning.
so we'll get that car back and then like I said, I think we just need a battery for the other car. But that's not a must have right at the moment. So we'll go from there.
All right, anything else for emergency services? Streets and roads.
To the main event of the evening, the CCG applications and bidding. I know there are several of you out here that have come to watch opening the bidding. Appreciate your bids and submitting them. We know how much work goes into it. Believe me, I did paperwork for the CCG in the first place, and it's the nightmare. So I thank you all, and I do appreciate that. I got received a total of 5 bids. And to start off, I want to say the bid from CNR Construction showed up late. So we are unfortunately not allowed to take that bid. So we'll start off with the bid from MAC.
Very good. Isn't it?
I did.
Something like that.
Super helpful. All right, we have a total bid. It's MAC here. If I say something wrong, please correct me. $109,161.02.
One more time, Andy.
109.
109,161.02. Simple and simple.
Got an opener on my desk.
I think it's what makes you bought. My products like Christmas.
All right, Temple and Simple. $140,887. 140,887.
Make sure I don't have apples.
This is Libs paving.
Never too much time. Yeah, so we can't.
Desk.
This is Christmas in April. Only we're spending instead of receiving.
All right, for Libs, it is $113,567.31. 113,567.31. And the last one, E&B paving.
E&B.
$174,550.
Angie, can I get those back here so I can do the detailed breakdown by street? And then, our recommendation, as the engineer would be to accept the appearance of bidder subject to engineer and legal review. That way we can move forward with the process, assuming those documents are all in line.
Understood. Thank you. I would make a motion to accept the bid from MAC for 109-161-02, pending engineer approval.
Second.
Who's from CMO? Anybody?
He just.
So we said we're gonna open it, he went out the door.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Keep it sealed. Like, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine. See, we're.
Got a safe for
Maybe
everybody
we
there.
can put it with the rest.
Whatever you do, just keep it sealed.
It's taped up, so.
They're probably still on.
Do we know what,
I was gonna give it back to them.
do we know what time it was received?
Jack, what time was it?
It was after 6,
6:15, 6:45?
probably closer to 6:30.
We probably need a time stamp receipt and then after 4 o'clock to say it's ready. So
I wasn't sure. I didn't know what the time was on the bid.
But they have
It's like,
4 weeks.
we gotta take this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Gotta ask the council, I don't know.
All right,
Congratulations.
Do you have an engineer's estimate for the project?
We do, I'll get you, can you email me? Do you,
Which
you want me to write it down? That's kind of long.
do you need the total, Andy?
No, I don't, I'll just send her. Or I'll put her in contact with you guys.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Pleasure.
Skip out.
Huh?
So.
You can't confirm it, but if you can't, it's on the website.
Here's some of my doors.
Oh, perfect. But I'll just give you an email in the morning or something.
Sure, yeah, thanks so much.
I'll put you in contact with Adam.
Okay.
So next thing on the agenda is the,
And then, if you guys want to leave, anybody that's here for road paving, you're more than welcome to exit or stay. It's an exciting meeting.
Thank you.
We have fun.
Congratulations.
um,
I was actually playing about the pothole on Henderson Street.
okay,
I'll see that.
it's been a while.
We need to do a pothole. It's-
Yeah, it's right there, right by the stop sign there on Harrison Street. It's a big pothole.
Crystal, actually,
She emailed it out. I just didn't know if anybody else has seen it or not.
I haven't seen it. I talked with Jordan today.
It's been there for a while.
It's sign on Pioneer.
Okay. It's right across from our property on Harrison Street. It's a big.
So
So.
probably need to get somebody full patch of.
Nobody ever knows that far up.
Somebody.
Come on.
Just,
I'll just talk to you.
yeah. Yeah, I'd say just
We,
3 or 4 bags.
I don't know how many potholes we have in town. I know.
I just know it's the liability of somebody's car.
I know that one's there because of the email and I'm like,
How many-
yep, I've seen that.
It's
It's right here about
Others.
I haven't seen any others, just that one.
That's right.
But we used to have
That's very polite.
a ton in Heritage Springs and we paid it.
Yeah.
Just have a
Yeah.
ton in certain other areas.
I think he, no, he got to get on the, he got majority of them in the last list. I actually just got, I think it just developed right over
Oh, I
the
think-
scraping and everything, and it just got worse.
Oh, it got
So,
We'll get it.
really
okay. And then we was on streets.
It's like takes a week.
Thanks, I forgot.
So, the next thing is, snow removal. So reminder, next meeting,
Yes.
we have our bids that are due.
We have current bids that you all got. I'm still waiting on them.
No, so, I'm gonna reach back out to a contact that I have, a company. And
Jordan wants to-
yeah, Jordan does. I was gonna tell him, he's supposed to come over and do some personal work for me, and that's what I was gonna tell him, but since we got a little bit of rain, he has came over to do it, so I haven't needed it yet. So, but I think we've got a couple.
Okay, so how does it work with Jordan? Like, if he's like, I'm not gonna increase my prices or anything, do we just accept the current? That's,
I mean, I think we're gonna have to, I think we've got the notice out to bid, so we're gonna have to, I mean, for him, you know, I think it's just an hourly rate, because I think some of the big companies are gonna end up saying, I mean, I really think that some of the big companies are gonna come in and be like, you need to pay us this amount for the retainer. And then once you use up that, then it's however much an hour.
Well, are we doing, because Lance asked me, you know, is this just removal and spreading of salt? I said, yes.
Yeah.
Deviate from that, just that.
Yeah, snow removal within the town, so, and
And they're like, so when we went over went to the town, I said, you got a computer handy?
yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what they'll come in at. Person, there's one of the companies that I know of that I'm gonna talk to, I really expect them to come in and say it's $1,000, you know, and then, or maybe 5, I don't know. So that's a lot different than Jordan. I think Jordan did a great job, given the circumstances especially, and then he also has and he also has, you know, the contacts at Riley's. So,
and, you know,
I think he does need to put in a quote, you know, even if it's just a one pager, you know.
all right, anything else for streets and roads? Property cleanup.
We got our property cleanup on the 21st. I'm having flyers made up. And
19.
19th, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I'm like, wait a minute, I just told Todd to get all the house on the 19th.
Yeah, and I did that last meeting too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had it stuck in my head, the 19th. So hopefully I'll get a flyer for that. So I was hoping to have here for this meeting so we can distribute them, but.
I think Amy's did a good job of advertising on Facebook.
Good trying. I reached out to the guy that owns the corner property, Brad, and said, you know, I want to let your tenants know we're gonna have this for free. If they need to throw anything away, they can.
And if you don't, then we're gonna take it to you and we're gonna make you come
This
say
is
that.
the second time I've done it, so I did it last, we did this. in
Which
fall.
property is this?
Yes.
Oh, from my house. Toward the highway.
They seem amicable to me.
Yes,
That's
Jordan
great.
and I are gonna
The house
work together, I'll just go
across the
through the
street.
town. And then if I needs to be cited and not cited.
Yeah, get that truck in a dumpster.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what,
We absolutely can.
just what I used to do.
Just a little pressure. All right, anything else for property cleanup? Special projects?
We're still waiting on our historic marker to be produced. So should be this year, though.
I have my postal diggers ready to go.
So Andy, I just had a question.
Yeah.
Before we get, I know we're already out of that segment, but did we get that street sign replaced, the one where the car hit it and hit that house or whatever?
Up here, yes. That was an NDOT stop sign. And I let them know the next morning and they said they would come out immediately and do it. I believe it's there. Now there's always a pile of old.
Has somebody, like, is somebody living in that house or?
No,
We probably need to call Nick and have them come out here, make sure it's structurally sound and
Apparently they sold it.
do an unsafe building.
it's a
maybe if
bank
we need to.
repossession, so
Yeah, somebody else owns it.
nobody really.
Yeah, they came and took down that Greenville Park sign and put up a truck sign. So.
They took down the green one, though, right? They left the brown one.
Yes, the
Yes.
brown was there.
Yeah, the brown one's there. They have one that said Greenville Park, so everybody was turning there and they're like, I can't go that way. And then, so now they have a caution, the big truck signs there now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, some things in foreclosure doesn't mean that they're not responsible for the state.
They absolutely are.
But I mean, to respond is something different, but a big ticket. all
They
the
put
door
a-
is stern
They put
limit
a
or something.
girl in.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
wow.
So do we know?
Oh, they stuck that in.
Yeah, I think it's been there for like at least a week now. Do we know which bank owns it at this point?
No, I couldn't do
Because
it.
I'll go
I
make
think
that.
on Facebook, people was tagging that dude and somebody said he sold it. It's not his no more.
To your
So,
point, it's been my experience that if town pushes them for violations, the bank's gonna be more engaged in selling the property and turning it over to somebody that wants to.
Does anybody know what the address is?
You check prior meeting minutes, I'm sure it's in several of those.
oh, yeah.
We can
I'm
get
just
it.
gonna put check
She's
on
got
house
it
with
on
car.
You know, can do the
Yeah,
head
with
with
that-
the
with that-
GIS.
With the giant orange barrel sitting in the corner of the.
Well, I'm assuming the,
Well,
right, it's highway one,
Yeah.
you get
Right.
facing.
You can't miss it.
I'm looking.
Well, I know where it's at, I'm just looking for the. It's okay.
I don't know, he said it was a bank foreclosure.
Kyle?
That's what I heard.
No, I don't know if it's bank foreclosure. I just heard the guy that lives next to it doesn't own it anymore.
Well, if it's a.
Oh, okay, so that's what I was gonna ask, is he on both properties?
Yeah, he owns both of them,
And just let the one go?
I guess.
Okay.
Once they couldn't live in it no more.
Can you tell
I don't
that
think
house
Floyd
like
County's
you
using
can a car?
Elevate anymore. You
No,
have to
no,
go
they're
through,
not. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not.
you have to go through different things. So I'll look at it, it's fine.
Heather, can you tell that house like you can a car?
If it's,
Structurally sound, yeah.
depends on what your insurance is. I mean, if it's structurally, it's got to be torn down and then rebuilt.
Right.
Ostensibly, if you have enough insurance, cover a rebuild, but yeah.
I don't
You know,
think
really
we can do
total
anything there because of the septic system. If that one's gone, it's not gonna be grandfathered in because they'll have to have all
Another special stuff.
a half acre or whatever to put in new septic lines.
Yep.
It'll have to be vacant.
All right, I'll try to see if I can, what I can find out at least about. Because they're not using elevated.
Heather, do you have anything?
I do, today at noon, well, actually yesterday at noon was the deadline for certificates of remonstrance. You had to have 25 people do a certificate of remonstrance regarding the CCD tax. It was technically yesterday at noon, but flips over to the next business day, so at 12:15 or so, I was stopping and signed that there were no more remonstrances. That was emailed to Greg, it was emailed to Mr. Stone and Jack, because I think that was the last step in the CCD, accepting everything has to be the DLG by May 31st. So at this point, I'm really just waiting for Adam to take it, resolution, the notice, the certificate of remonstrance to get it to the DLG. Great, we ready to move forward when we, hopefully when we budget next year.
Thank you.
Great. Anything else, Heather?
Not for,
I received an email from a resident and they purchased a property that has a mobile home on it. And they want to tear it down. And they were asking to remove it. They were wanting to, they were asking if there's anything special from the town that they need to do. I didn't see anything from a residential standpoint. I know that there's Indiana code, like if we wanted to go in and tear
yeah, we'd have to.
something down, but I don't think that there's anything.
I would have them check with the county just to make sure there's no demolition permits or, you know, anything like that that they need. They might need to, you need to make sure you cap off your water and
Yeah.
they have some.
County can send it to us.
Oh, okay, we don't have anything.
Is that, you all,
Am I allowed to speak?
yeah, go for it.
Absolutely. It's my wife, Vicky and Dale Seeley. We bought the, Donald Miller property down on, Georgetown Greenville Road.
Mhm.
What a mess. I hauled 4 dumpsters of stuff off that.
Oh,
property.
gosh.
Trash and garbage. But anyway, there's a modular home right there, a double wide. We thought we could probably freshen it up. My son, been married 10 years, just got divorced, or getting one. Christmas, his wife said, tired of being married after 10 years. So here he's living with us now. So we're trying to find a place. So I seen that sign and then I called Mr. Miller and we bought that property. But after more looking at the trailer or the modular home, I think we'd be better off if we put another one there. But I didn't know how it operates. I called Floyd County and they said, call you guys. But what I would like to do is take one, just turn it around the other way, 90 degrees, and put a new septic system, new water, and make it nice.
Yeah, I think that as far as removing the old one, I think that's probably what Heather's looking at, see if she can find something. You,
I did lay one up there.
thank you.
Well, wait a minute, you just said something different.
Well, I think
You demolish it, then you wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's 2 things. I think first thing is to remove the first one, remove what's there now, which I don't think that there's anything for other than like capping the septic, capping the water and all that. But then the next piece is going through Crystal to fill out a building permit.
You're not
on the request.
excavating, right?
No more than what needs to be to make the foundation for a modular
Yeah.
home.
And then so they're putting the new one there,
That's cool.
then we'll have to go through the whole the whole process with the county and,
No.
That's what we don't know what to do, so
well,
we want to do what we're supposed to do.
sure. So Crystal has a packet of, I can,
That's Chris
I can-
sitting next to me.
yeah,
I can talk to her a few times on the phone.
yeah, so she has a packet that she can give you or email it to you, whichever one, and you fill it all out. I just did one for my house too, so, kind of go the process now a little bit better. So you fill it all out, you bring it into Crystal, the packet of information, and like, you'll want to do any drawings that you have for, any information.
Well, we don't really know which module we want. We didn't even know if we may even go to the barnuminium, but I think in our situation, a module, a nicer one,
Yeah,
be our quickest and
But you'll be-
easiest route.
You'll be pouring a foundation. You'll be pouring a foundation.
Oh, yes,
So,
yeah, big,
so that's,
big knot foundation behind.
yeah, so it all goes through the same process. So the removing the old one, I don't see of anything that you have to do to remove the existing one there. Just capping off the utilities.
The water is done capped and the septic tank, I guess I need to call the health department to find out if that septic tank is on the record or if it's approved, or I may be best in the long run, just put a new one in, one of them stay in bed ones or something like that.
How much property you got there?
Well, why don't we let him reach out?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You don't need,
How much
you
about
don't
that?
need anything from us to tear down the old one.
Well, I don't want to tear it down till I know I can put another one there,
Well,
because
that's a whole different issue. You're gonna have to go through the building process with Crystal to.
okay,
See if you
after I
can build a
get
new
one
one.
suitable to live in,
Yeah,
then I'll destroy it. Have a-
gotcha. Yeah, so-
that makes sense.
So, yeah, you just go through the process with Crystal, the whole building permit process.
All right.
You'll want, my recommendation though, is that you go find a, whether it's a modular, your modular home or your barn dominium that you want, to go get that, like pick out what you want with the, with the drawings.
Dimensions and-
Yeah,
We
but-
went to one and just, never been to one before, and just kind of get some information. And one out in New Salisbury is about 1,100 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2 baths. And nice little modular, double wide.
Yep.
So that's where we're probably, I've been looking online and
yes,
stuff everywhere and all kinds of prices, but right here locally,
Yeah, so just to give you some information, so our planning and zoning and building of houses is handled through the county ordinances. So you want to take a look at those. I don't know about modular construction. I don't know anything as far as that's an allowable use.
Thing.
yeah.
I mean, he's like residential, agricultural, residential or something, so I don't know.
I'm not going to define, I'm not a builder, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm not an ordinance,
Yeah.
I'm an ordinance person, I'm not.
All I'm going off of is just I know you're gonna have a building permit for it. I don't know, like Andy said, the county handles all the building permits. I just know when I just did mine for an addition, I turned in the paper plans and they did email me asking for the digital plans. So I sent that over. It was about, I don't know, 5 days or so turnaround time. Yours probably be, since it's bigger, it'll probably take a little bit more turnaround time.
digital plan, is that like just a little draw out, the layout, or more in depth?
What I had was actually blueprints.
Oh,
So I had those digital, they may give you digital ones. I just helps them to make notes on it. If you don't get them, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but yeah, to tear it down, you don't need anything, but to
okay.
put a new one, just go through Crystal.
Step one, we'll talk to her and get the information, fill it out, get
Yep.
it back to her, and then see what's her next step.
Yep, that sounds
He doesn't have to go through the health department because he doesn't have septic. He's on.
Yeah, and I'm
You're
not,
gonna have to go through them. So that's another good place to start because.
I
Yeah,
should
well,
start the septic tank before.
I probably would, because they may,
Believe it or not, they can even put one in there,
I know a regular lateral system takes quite a bit. And,
half acre basically.
well, I don't have that. I got.
That's what I know. You're in town where I am,
Where you live close by there?
next door. Oh.
Next door, which one?
Right on the corner there.
Right at the corner, yeah.
Oh,
You can walk to my house and
oh,
steps over.
well, my neighbor said.
It cost me 17,000 to put in a mound system.
That's amounts us now. I know if space is not, you can do them in spaces where are tight.
Right.
Now, we live at Clover Creek Drive. We bought a house there at 5117 Clover Creek Drive. We built one there 3 years old now. But we're right here locally and originally from Starlight area.
I'm telling you, start with the health department, because you might not have enough land there to put in a septic system.
Even the, we'll see. So,
Yeah, so I would just go to the health department and then go through the building permit.
I'll go ahead and get the paperwork from her, get that filled
Yep.
out, then I'll get the health department and take it from there.
Sounds great.
And then I need to talk to you all after I hear something from the health department.
No, the county will send up, yeah, it'll all be
Okay.
handled. So
Okay, thank you.
anything else from a town perspective? Before we go to water, sewer.
Welcome to Greenville.
All right, I'll make a motion to close town business.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Oh,
I statement.
Yep.
I want to thank the board for cleaning up the snow on the road after I came to the last meeting, and you weren't coming down the hill to clean my road. So thank you for that. I hope I'll do it again next time. It was a great thing.
We can't do it next year because we don't get that much snow.
I was in sight.
Right.
The other thing is there anything that can be done with the house that's in the subdivision that's been sitting there for 20 years and rotting away? And I'm concerned about animals and other things that could be inside that house and it's not been, I mean, we know the owners that I think the father just moved back in the area, Mr. Sweet, and his daughter is the one who owns the house, but she won't come back in there. I think she was gonna move there and keep.
Nobody's living in it.
And then we can have, I could have.
Health department ain't gonna do you a lot of good, because all they can do is mark it as unfit, for somebody to live there, and if there's nobody living there, defeats the purpose.
Doesn't matter, they can have
But you're wasting your time.
well, that's not, it's got term.
Yeah.
They can condemn it.
It's like they did
The
last
building,
year.
we can have Nick come out too and have it deemed a unsafe building, but we gotta go through that process too, which is a public. a hearing.
It takes about 3 months.
Can you give us an address?
Yeah.
Can you get us an address?
It's a fire.
If they want to email it to.
Right behind my lessons. But we need an address, yeah. Thanks, Jim.
Why don't you just say so?
Just put our addresses in the town, like.
And more things are falling off of it and it's just.
So, not too long ago, I mean, it was a few years ago, but, we had, I believe the windows were open or something, and we had the marshal out there. I might even have the health department out there.
So we're all we have.
There was something, birds or something in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came and they cleaned up the brush pile,
Oh, yeah.
did all this.
Yeah, yeah, oh,
work.
yeah. That was a couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
The house beside him, that nobody lives in, we had some people go out there, like Marshall and I think the health department, and the lady, the owner, came out and did a bunch of work. Cleaned up, they had a big brush pile right in their driveway.
Well, now,
Picked it up.
I don't know where you were.
Yeah, they got.
What'd you do that for?
I don't think they did that, but they do mow the grass because somebody complained,
Yeah.
so they pay for paying, mowing the grass.
That was to keep them getting
The building is still under.
Previous, sat down here, we forgot some of the complaints.
Mine's the one with
I mean, like, we asked him about this one.
Yeah.
He was the one that gave us.
But I think we should probably do some that's monitored and then the.
Okay, you're right there on
To Nick.
So we'll-
Can I do that?
Yep.
You want that?
You can just step out.
Like this up everything.
The car is 9/4/25.
Hill to the backyard.
Highway 150. And then state building and, behind says 6300 Maple.
And that, all that straws were. Straw.
I know we think we're on board.
The bales are to keep the mud.
The credit must be.
Anything else from town business? All right. I think we already had a motion and approved. Town business is closed, water business is open. And
Steven.
it is Steven's show. And we're gonna start at 9 o'clock this time like we did. Okay. That's all right.
There's a couple. I just want to sure. Tell me they got better before everything.
Good.
It's like 2% got. Thank you. If you need anything else from us. Y'all we're gonna talk about your water now, though. This is the good part.
Well, I guess we can sit here unless you want.
I'm just messing with
We're
you.
just kidding with you.
Our
No,
water-
I'm excited to have it.
Thanks, somebody, first, you got that.
Close the creek.
First bill was like 200 and something.
We don't have a short one, but there's a whole one. Now they don't call it.
And the meter was messed up. Yes. That's you, Shannon. Yep.
But yeah, leaks and water loss is a little bit better, about 2%. So, and just to put that in perspective, so what we're losing monthly from what we were, we're 800 or 900,000 gallons more. So that's only a 20 gallon a minute leak we're looking for within 52 miles of pipe with all these connections. So it is a little bit like a needle in a haystack. So with that being said, we did find 6 small leaks this past month in the meter pits. We're talking quarter gallon, maybe half gallon a minute leaks that we're getting fixed or working on. So it's a start. So hopefully we can keep chipping away at that total. You know, with that being said, we went to probably 100 different spots this past month leak detecting. So we've kind of increased that more. We've done probably 20 meter change outs. We've started hydrant maintenance. We've installed one of the sample stations. We hired Trent Smith for the part-time position.
Sweet.
And then I'm getting prepared for our water sanitary survey, May 7th. So making sure we have all the documents in place for that, for items.
What was the listing?
Smith, Trent Smith. So for eye hydrants, I was asked to do a contract for eye hydrants to approve us to start using or purchasing them. This company does not do any contract.
Is that the
Yeah.
Waller?
Yes, and this is updated if anyone wants to see it.
Just an invoice.
It kind of breaks down the warranty, how much each unit costs for software per year. So if y'all want to, we can approve it and start ordering, you know, trying one, this company, they'll come in, help install it, walk us through training, all that's included. So we can maybe start, you know, monitoring pressure throughout the system.
I thought we wanted to start with 2. And then we were talking about last meeting.
Like I said, very,
That's right, yeah. I
very,
said you just said 1, so I'm just.
yeah, well, I can order like one per month. I can order them all at once, so. Yeah, so that's updated.
So
It's got some of the
10
details.
grand for 3.
We need, Heather, do we need you to look over?
I looked over it. It's just an invoice. They don't have like a contract. I assume they're not servicing it.
Yeah, there's no contract, all that
This is
is.
just a limited warranty information on
Well,
it.
it does have a yearly maintenance fee, but.
Yeah.
It's just, they don't have a contract for service.
Invoice to what we're talking about.
Give me the
So
money.
here's a couple like budgeted
Software,
items
so
Crystal and I look at for the year. And these are a lot of the costs that we are going to pay out or potentially pay out for projects. So you have maintenance and supplies budget and contracted services, and like the eye hydrants will just come out of that. If y'all want to look at how we track some of that,
Did you bill this to us or?
I did not, it's confidential scope. Just kidding.
We just know.
No one's used to you joking. That's like really scary. We don't know if you're serious or not, man.
Sorry, I won't joke.
I gotta be looking at your face when you make a decision.
He's got burned those.
no
papers.
change in the inflection either. He
I
just-
know, right? What did you just say?
So the hydrants are just, no, there's no warranty for the software.
No, but it says it includes tech support and software updates, so.
Yep.
Mhm. But we can opt out if we just wanted to have smart hydrants out here that have no support. We can opt out at any time.
Okay.
And of course, like skip with those line items if we don't use them or we don't, you know, spend the full amount, say for contracted services being on mayor at $200,000. And that ends up being either surplus or put towards something different, of course.
So You know, this brings up the conversation that we had started last month about the, Omera, which, I mean, we have a great partnership with them, but, looking at us purchasing our own, I don't know, piece of what you want to talk about, but
For an excavator.
yeah, like a mini excavator type.
So this is just a cost analysis of like a simple breakdown of per hour versus us, per hour versus Omera. Omera's updated price list is on the back of that. And then I also have like a 10-year cost analysis. You can also see that too.
This is the one you emailed us last month. right?
Yes,
Yeah, I got that, but
Yeah,
that was not confidential.
anybody's more than welcome to stop by the office if you all want to see the actual budget that Crystal and I've made over the last couple of years, and that helps us.
as long as you're
keep
here at
it
6
in line.
o'clock at night, I'll come to your office.
6 o'clock at night. I guess.
All you gotta do is come here at 6 o'clock, on Mondays.
Yeah.
I do.
No, I think,
Like, just down the street, they just did a job and it took 3 hours. I mean, if we take 3 hours, we can have that cost to come back to the utility for something else, or we could hire in other words, when I bring up the part-time to full-time position would be because of turnover. I feel like somebody's just gonna use that as a stepping stone over and over again. And we're gonna keep finding that part-time position because it's a position where somebody's, they're just looking for the next best thing. They want those benefits and we can't offer them in that part-time position. So that's a cost that could help, create that space, or it can go towards any kind of maintenance really, but it's something for us to look at.
the mini excavator. How many dollars are those?
Let's see, so I got 3 bids or quotes, and it looks like the cheapest one was from Bobcat, and it was government discounted. I was trying to find back through my notes here. It's like $51,935.89, and that's what's in that 10-year cost analysis breakdown. So to own that piece of equipment for 10 years, it breaks down to like $1 and some change per hour. It's very cheap. I mean, if we do any of this work, I mean, we have the option of renting, but with renting, you're at the mercy of the company being open, the company having the equipment, and like to get a cheaper rate for rental, you'd have to have a trailer because you can get one from Jacoby's, and that's $275 for a day of just rental.
Do you have the eBay quote in there?
eBay quote?
For the used one?
No,
I'm buying a Timu
I
excavator.
would not recommend buying cheapest equipment.
You can't get that now.
Because the cool thing is with Sunbelt, if you buy new from them, that for an extra $800, you can get a 5 to 6 year warranty. So half the life of the machine, or like 2,000 hours. And that's well worth the cost. Like I said, that's half the life that you're going to keep this machine under warranty.
So
Does that come with the trailer?
that's what my question.
No, it does not come with the
I thought you
trailer.
were saying Jacoby's renting to us would be a trailer?
Right, like
To
we,
haul it?
like that company, there's why they're cheaper than like Sunbelt rentals because they don't come with a trailer. The Sunbelt rental is, $423 a day with the trailer included. So like if we were to go like a cheaper route of rental, we would have to own like an equipment trailer to go and pick it up.
You're saying rent,
Mini.
rent the
Excavator.
equipment,
Right.
or not buy it.
Right, there's the option of rental, but buying it in the long run.
If you rent it from Jacoby's, you have to rent the trailer too.
What is
If you
it?
rent it from Sunbelt, you get a trailer.
For 51,000.
But it's $100.
The trailer, any of the
But he
specs
does
I've
just rent
looked
the
at,
trailer.
we need about $10,000 on it.
That's 10-year skip on this 10-year. And the thing is with the Omera section and all that is no increase in cost over the 10 years, which there's gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they just increased, I think, 3 to 5% with the price list they just gave me this year.
Right.
And they're looking to do that. They did tell me that is gonna be a guaranteed for every year to come. So now our Omera budget's gonna have to keep going up.
2 questions. If we bought a piece of equipment, one, are we adding more safety lights to the machinery and the trailer?
Yes, we had more safety lights to the machine And we'd have to add some kind of safety lights to the trailer so it'd be seen as well.
And then the insurance, are both of those items gonna have to be added?
We can add those under insurance, yes. I mean, the excavator can be and the trailer can be.
Well, this other question I have too is,
Still not.
So- so if, are we able to do, obviously, Omer is still gonna be doing the big jobs, right? But the smaller jobs, we feel like we could do them, you know, to do really good work. Are we able to do them the same amount of time as Omera?
Yes. So Scott and I, we have 6 to 7 years of experience roughly with equipment. They fixed leaks at Silver Creek. And then the guy that was just hired on part-time, it's relevant experience, but he's operating for Miller Pipeline. He's been down in the dirt. He knows the safety. So I think with all of our experience, yeah, we could do it in the
Do you
same time as a.
do you have to have certification, for the equipment for insurance reasons or anything like that?
No, but we would do OSHA and trench safety, and just, that's it's just training for a year that we could keep up with OSHA and trench safety.
Like in-house training.
Yeah. And I would implement all that.
Where would you store it?
So right now,
The new building we're building over by the water tower.
well,
To be honest,
maybe 2 or 3 years from now, if we can build up to that. But I think right now, I've looked at like the space we have out here and the way it's laid out. I'd like to see about getting that door widened and I can put an equipment trailer in there. I could put the excavator in there and still get around to get our parts and pieces and just utilize the space we have for X amount of years until we can actually build another facility. Thanks.
Is that a sprinkler door, line item? Was that what that was for? Widening the door?
Yes, and also because the way we use the garage now, we have to get the large truck in and out of that door, and I've already replaced the keypad, and then the other day, I might have hit the side and broke the trim,
I was gonna say, to you, stop hitting it, we didn't have this problem.
but
Is
it's
the,
pretty far.
is the clearance, high enough to get an excavator on a trailer in there?
To there.
Not in there, you'd have to leave it unloaded. I mean, that's the door from Scribbler.
This came totally prepared.
I try. Not so,
Like a major,
Six, six.
not so.
it's like a major undertaking.
How wide, like, give me.
You don't have to buy everything, don't you?
So basically, the bigger door that we have on the other side, we're gonna bring that door and have one in the front so we can use it to get equipment in and out and store stuff a little bit easier.
16
On
by
this up. So you're gonna,
On the front door that we see, like you have the small.
oh, right
door.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All it's gonna do, so you have a 9-foot door there now, you're just gonna add so many feet and frame it in on one side and the same thing. And we have all the space there now.
So it's 16 by 8, correct?
Yeah.
16 feet wide, 16 feet tall.
16 feet wide, but you have to, like I said, you have 9 foot already accounted for. So you're only adding a little bit. That's gonna
You
create
need to
a
go
lot.
taller.
No, we can't go taller because we couldn't get our Utilivac machine out. Sorry, I get what you're saying. So taller, no, because of electrical and the way the garage is structured, you can't go taller.
You would have to change the pitch and everything,
Yeah,
sure.
I get it.
So,
Did Amy share that with Greg?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot. And, and with it, Heather helped me out with with something like this, I would propose to do an ordinance to adopt an SOP for fixing leaks and repairs and have procedures in place.
How tall is that door now?
8 foot. It's just enough.
I'm looking up just a mini excavator
Yeah, you'd have to
from
walk,
Kobe's.
you'd have to walk.
I mean, they're almost 8 feet tall just by themselves, and then once you put on trail, now they're on rubber tracks, so it's not gonna tear anything up, but you're gonna be loading it and unloading it, and that's how big of one was you looking at?
A U-35,
He's saying, how much feet are now?
the U-35 or similar to that, so it's about 7,000 pound machine.
Yes, that's a bigger
You've
excavator.
been busy.
Yeah, no, this is just water. There's been a lot going on with sewer too. But, I think it's worth it. From a standpoint, like I said, if we do a rental like we've done before, you have a lot of man hours and going to get the equipment, it's just as much of a pain as it is to just unload a piece of equipment and put it up and load it back on the trailer. And it's nice too, because sometimes with Omera, we're at their mercy and say it's a leak in a subdivision that we can handle without traffic control. Well, instead of waiting 6 hours for them to be on site to help us out to get water to everybody, we're right here
Saving money.
saving money, but just getting to the customers. There's been a couple times where we could have shown up and done this. Like I said, this is just all suggestions. I think the reason why one reason I bring it up is because, you know, of a 5-year plan, which I'm kind of working on, I see us kind of maxing out the budget in a lot of ways. So I'm looking at different ways where we can, you know, at least either move money or open up some money so we can still take care of employees, still take care of the water system. You know, I mean, obviously rates are included in that, like we're gonna have to do a rate increase that we benefit from for improvements, not just a pass through. I mean, that's gonna be talked about at some point, but that's again, future. But I'm trying to make it where we don't have to address something like that so soon. And I'm sure water is gonna go up too, so there'll be more pass throughs even, so.
Did you price a trailer yet?
Yeah, trailers, any trailer that is sufficient for
It's
that
like you're running
is gonna
10,000
be,
pound axles.
yeah, any trailer that's sufficient for that is gonna be $10,000 or less.
So
And I can, like, Big Tex has them in stock,
they're way too
Yeah,
there's other places.
what's that place that you turn on, Palmyra and go left as you go to Court?
Shoemaker. Yeah, shoemakers there.
Yeah. And this also helps too, you know, like if we look at the workload we have, yes, there's plenty of work, but say this year we want to do 150 meters, we have 150 hydrants to maintenance. That's great, but we can almost work ourselves out of work. You know, we have to do, 5 meters a day or 5 hydrants a day because we're going to be technically done with a lot of our maintenance items in 6 months. So we do have the room as far as the maintenance schedule goes to incorporate more, fixing pits, setters, small leaks in the schedule.
What's the difference between the big hydrants and the more slender hydrants?
So one's a flush hydrant for sampling and flushing, and
You
one's
can
a
hook any
fire
fire
hydrant.
hydrant to it.
One's a fire hydrant for fire protection. The flush hydrants, all they can do is they can fill up a truck from it.
Are those the big ones? Or are those the small ones?
No,
The small ones are flush.
The little skinny ones that are only 6 inches around.
I mean, I think that we really need to truly consider the proposal here. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's, the only problem I have is the chunk of change up front, but we've got we got the knowledge,
And that's
experience.
awesome in the experience. And anytime you can bring something in-house without having it, I mean, we always have the option of going outside, but if we can do it in the house to save money in the long run, it's just the initial outlay that's,
Still stuck on, we don't have the facility to do it properly. We gotta take it off the trailer every time.
Right, that's,
And we don't even know if it's gonna fit with an expanded.
Well, that's no matter what. If we rent one, we still gotta take it off the trailer. Even if we were gonna keep it for a week, let's say, they'd probably take the trailer back just to save on the cost of that while we're.
but then they have the transit time. I mean, loading, unloading, you're looking at, 2 hours, whether you're picking it up or whether you're dropping it off,
we're not,
It was what, $275 a day to rent the trailer?
I mean, we're not gonna approve it today, but this is something that we need to.
The trailer's almost $100.
We really need that because there's different sizes.
So,
Alright,
thank you, sir.
Mhm.
well,
I think it might be easier to just see all-in-one proposal.
As in what?
As in, this is the excavator I want to buy for X dollars. This is the trailer I want to buy for X
It's all
dollars.
on one sheet.
These are the recommendations.
$75,000, this is what I
It's
want.
all on
Yeah.
one sheet.
Yeah,
Okay.
They've got
It's on.
three,
You see?
I would-
Three of the lowest. three beds.
I'm just listening and going, okay.
No,
well,
he
Which excavator, is there a menu option here?
he started off with the main, with the
yeah,
summary.
there's some main,
He started off with the summary and then went into detail.
Sorry.
Don't get picked under Steven.
I don't.
So on widening the door, is that only if we're going to buy this additional equipment?
I'd like to widen it anyway, maybe get the truck in and out. Like I said, the functionality, I'll use the garage, we've had the truck on the other side. And every time we need lids, any supplies, that truck has to be moved. But right now, the way it sits, we can walk in, we can utilize that whole side, grab materials, grab anything, the truck and trailer can stay in there, right now.
So basically,
So I'd like to widen the door,
so basically what you're saying is we need to approve the widening of the door.
well, if you'd like to, but just, so I'm proposing.
Yeah.
So I think in the way I was thinking about it is if we repurpose the building in the event of building a new facility, a widened door would help those endeavors as well.
Right,
Yeah.
and if we end up, we can save up the surplus and do a building up there. If the town needs to use it, you can get a piece of equipment
Yeah.
out there easier too.
I don't have
As
any
far as
problems.
a skid steer or something, if you had to load pallets of anything or.
Or
You know, I get a skid steer all the time, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, I don't have any problems about widening the.
Yeah, for less than 5,000.
I'd like to.
I'll make a motion.
Oh, go ahead.
Make a motion to approve the widening of the door for.
4554, or was it?
$4,665.
That,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Over here shopping.
Shopping,
I mean, he's only coming here with like $200,000 for the request. We got away with it.
Well, that's what, I'm just trying to pull down, what's his request?
I just really wish we
Yeah, he's
could
gonna
make
request
that
this
work
month.
for.
right, I mean,
You gotta
$80,000
shoot high.
that I can spend
Oh, he
on
has.
equipment. Right, that's fine, $80,000.
Okay. Do you have a motion? No.
I. Figure something out, how to use that, but sounds like you've just outgrown that, so if we're wanting to do
If we,
skid steer, we're gonna have to appropriate more money.
do you have the room to put in the building here?
No.
Nope.
Your septic lines are out there and that. You can't build anything here.
Have sewer.
Unless you want to do it over top of the parking lot.
I think we should just buy sewers.
Yeah.
We need,
All the issues I've got septic issues yesterday and today, so.
all right,
What would y'all like me to do with the proposal?
so,
Was there a vote on?
No.
In a second.
yeah, we've already voted on the widening of the door.
The door's good.
That's done.
I think a couple of months ago, we got a quote for a new building, right?
139,000.
Roughly, yes.
We needed to acquire property, didn't we not?
No, we're
No.
up there at the water tower.
We have where were you gonna build that? Like, where was it gonna go?
So if you go up to the tank and then to the left, take that gate, widen it down, then take the structure of the road that's currently there, you can widen it a little bit more without needing any kind of wall to hold back the dirt. And then just take that straight back and then open up the back of the fence, put a gate. And then there'll be a 50, I think it was 50 by 30 or 50 by 50 building back there.
What's
That's
that?
On
I
the
think-
side.
That one's
Yeah.
50 by 30, I think, so it might have been 50 by 50.
50 by 50.
I think the only thing that we have to do though, when we're looking at ROI though, is we're gonna have to factor in that building somewhat too, because I mean,
Be big hit.
Right, that's what I said, maybe we can make room in the budget and make ways in years to come if we can make things work and we can, set money aside just specifically for a building, so we can get some of this
What about the
stuff fixed out.
wastewater treatment plant? Sure, no room there.
have an extra lot, but it's not usable.
And problem with that is going to get the equipment, it takes so much time, it would be much better than renting it somewhere.
I feel like every project is like, well, we could do this, but then we have to widen this and do this and do that. And like, can they make it easy? Just drop the modular over there. and it's okay.
Heather, you've never done anything in the construction world, have you?
I think people would go.
All right,
I would
Okay,
say
no,
with that, though, we would, still keep in budget $130,000 for Omera.
we have, yeah, I mean, we have to,
Technically frees up enough to maybe buy equipment if we do it for a year. That's in there, ifs in there, so.
I mean, I feel like if we go build a new, a new storage, whatever you want to call it, we have to go ahead and buy the excavator and everything to start recouping our money.
Yeah.
Not really a whole heck of a lot of value in building a new storage facility
without,
without.
There'll be 139 there, then you'll have to do 80,000 more. That'll be your 139. That's an even bigger hit, so.
We don't have to do it all at the same year. The building needs to be first priority, get taller doors, we don't have to worry about, but get whatever size you want. We can go from there. We've been saving for years, we can talk about that individually outside of here, but yeah, we. $1,000.
We'll get that $600,000 investment account that.
yeah, even 600 was close to 7.
Else.
So,
There's the conversation.
yeah. So, Stephen, I think that I appreciate both of you all putting together the numbers and having this conversation. I think board as a whole, we need to have some conversations about, it's all like the thing you said, that investment, I forgot.
I think in my mind, like, at least for me personally, like, I always wouldn't want to spend that money, but if you actually can see what you're doing, like a construction of.
And it's gonna cut the cost down and cover.
Okay, well, let's dial that idea back a little bit. I don't know about, I like to see the numbers in 3 years after you
That
do
building-
it, just to see.
It's just a shell, right? There's nothing,
But to see the.
there's no
building,
bathrooms or
I mean,
anything fancy, right?
We've got a repurposing idea.
There is
here.
one,
Well, yeah, and
What's
so
that?
then that's,
There's a-
yeah, repurposing it for.
there is a
kinds
bathroom.
of- We can have all kinds of stuff with that.
It's
building,
hard.
too.
3 police cars or something, 2 police cars. Park one of them. Not where are they now, like sitting out.
Yeah,
Sitting out in the streets.
Yeah, it'd be nice next to your building, that way at least you can put them up and like, put it up, share cover. And. You know, like we talked about, or how, you know, we need to keep salt on hand. What?
Yes, really want to drive skids too.
Gonna do.
That gets me the yes vote, yes.
I just want to get
Andy's more excited. I drive heavy equipment all the time.
I want to get a forklift so Andy can get forklift certified, so. All right.
So in the meantime, I mean, can we, now there's a room in the budget that we set aside, can we still rent equipment for certain things?
I mean, I feel like we can, if we feel like, that's going to.
Yeah, I think that's the way forward right now.
Cut some funding, and I'll tell you what, I think maybe, you know. I think that, renting the equipment will give a good glimpse into how much of a cost savings it can be for us. Like, how many jobs are we doing that?
All
Omer
ours
getting,
would know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't know what we're doing.
so,
We do it.
yeah, and I mean, we're gonna be splitting the difference, right? Not saving quite as much if we had our own equipment, but also fair. But I think that's gonna be a good picture into kind of the future of what we can do.
Okay.
Well, plus you're still talking about too, the, you know, we're paying these guys to work for us. Whereas when we call America, you're not paying another person.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing, like Steve's talked about, I would much rather us, you know, invest in our people here. And that is getting another full-time person, a quality person that's gonna stick around with us than the revolving door. So. Sounds compromise for now.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Whatever's needed on that, everybody just let me know and.
Yeah, I don't think I think you could just talk that in under your operating costs there. I mean, if you have a job that you can go to, y'all need to take care of yourself.
Day-to-day operations,
Yeah, you
Right.
don't need to be.
don't need approval.
So this Waller, I just need to sign this for the hydrant.
Are we doing 1 or are we doing 3?
Yeah, we go to three on
They were doing 3, yeah.
3.
So
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go ahead and sign this. This is for 1, and then we can, so you can get another.
Why don't we just do, I mean, I guess I don't understand, let's put this into one instead of.
We just said, yeah.
That's the big, the invoice they gave us was for 1.
Yeah. I mean, we're approved for 3. If you get the other one, if you wanna edit, if you wanna call them and say, hey, put this for 3 of them and just text me and I'll come up here and sign it. Very much. Okay. Next, so it's just the ordinance adopting the standard operating procedures for the water main repairs.
Yeah, if we want to have some.
For us to use
That
our own
was, but
equipment.
either if we, I mean, really, it could go for either if we rented or if we own, and this gives us a procedure to follow. And so this is something that we.
Well, it's well thought out.
Heather, do you need to look at this here?
I was gonna say, it's not just all the board.
She drafted the
Hold on.
ordinance.
I drafted the ordinance. I don't know anything about the SOP policy.
Okay.
I looked at it though. And
Alright.
it's fine.
What's the next ordinance? Alright,
You can just read it.
yeah, so ordinance adopting the standard operating procedure for water main repairs.
Which is 2025 WO.
Second.
Skip's got a second.
He's gonna say.
All in
This
favor?
would be unanimous consent.
Unanimous consent. All in favor, say aye.
Or-
Anybody opposed?
Yeah,
Shit,
or-
All right, I've got to read it 2 more times. Ordinance 2025.
No, it was unanimous.
It's
You don't have
unanimous,
to.
not do.
We changed that rule.
Give me a minute. I've been up since 4 AM. My brain's hiccuping by this point.
Just hold on once, we did unanimous now.
You wanna talk some more?
No, I don't want to talk.
All right, so there's that. What else? Oh, we haven't made it sewer yet.
No.
No.
I think that's it for water.
You sure?
Okay, well, let's do turbo on sewer.
No.
I think there's kind of new business. I was just gonna pass out some legislation that got approved. That's gonna take effect in March that requires us to have like an asset management plan. Have most up in place, if we want any financing through the state.
No.
And, they also might require us to submit it every 3 years to make sure that we can, take care of our systems.
More.
Um,
I think I have an asset.
This is like fun. Okay. I'm nice enough to. All right.
And with that, I might, I was gonna look at, just a proposal from Heritage to see what they would charge us if they got us an asset management plan and capital improvement plan, if we wanted to go that route through them, or I'll create it, on my own, so. I'll see what their proposal would be, and then after we get one, we just have to keep it up to date.
I'm pretty sure I distracted.
So your capital improvements plan, you just handed that to us, John, right? Or well, we have another one. We've had one before. So you've already got that.
I think I've handed you capital improvement plan.
It's our CapEx. It's got the 3 years on it.
That's what Ollie did it, right? When he.
Yeah, we asked him to do it, put together. It exists. It's somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, it probably needs updated, but put building on it. But you know what I'm saying, like, it exists.
I mean, I just did like an assets list for Jack not that long ago.
Yeah, and I don't know if Heritage is the right people to do it or an accountant. I'm thinking like a Buzz would come in and build an assets management plan is more than, inventory type thing. Just 3 quick thoughts.
That's all I have on water.
Okay.
So for sewer, I've had several different meetings on how the plant should run with Airline. I've been over there, quite a bit in the last couple of weeks, working with Ashbury, making sure that items on the list are being done. So far, we've taken care of 3 or 4 smaller items on the list. They're still working on washing the exterior walls of the plant. They've taken care of like the algae on the steps and pressure washed all that. They've taken care of like where the UV light is and cleaned all that up. The catwalk's clean. So we are, I'm helping them, they're helping us. We're working on it together to knock some of these items off the list. I didn't mention in their previous inspections.
Nice.
I would just make a couple notes. The salt, we can throw that away. You can throw that away tomorrow if you want. We can get rid of that. Clean that. And then we have a bunch of tools that are laying around, the net, the pole, the scraper, there's 3 ladders. There's a flotation device and there's like a hook, right? And it's all like laying on the ground out there. And it's all, in my opinion, junk right now. It's like shit. My thought is just go to Home Depot and start replacing stuff and get rid of this shit and throw it away. It's 20 years old probably.
Yeah, I've asked them to replace the scrapers and the brushes, all the stuff that looked broken out there, as far as the cleaning tools. So I did ask them to go ahead and they'll replace it.
Do we need a flotation device?
Yeah.
That serves a purpose, right?
Yes.
We have a dumpster coming on the 19th.
That's true.
What I would do is go get a new flotation device.
Okay.
You don't have to ask Asbury, just go.
No, I don't ask them, but, like certain tools that they can get, their hands on versus where it would take me a minute to go through vendors and stuff. Like scrapers and certain things that they use
Gotcha.
for the steps.
Has everything been taken care of with the inspection? Because that was very concerning to see the IDM inspection.
It's being worked on, so
How long do we have?
you don't really, it's like a work in progress, so it's not really a time limit. I mean, they can show back up and inspect, but as long as we're making progress, then we're okay. I mean, typically these take place every 3 years, but they're gonna want reports at some point to make sure that they're.
Think about how much time they gave the neighborhood
Take 'em
up there to get in compliance.
But there's not a like.
I mean, it says you're required to immediately take all necessary measures to comply because your permit requires you to buy it.
Right.
So it doesn't say, it
That's where the,
says immediately.
so that's where the pump letter comes in, and then, like I said, they have to give us some time. We're working on all the item lists, and it's gonna take us a couple months to put the plant in aero mod mode before we get all of our new equipment. So that is in the works too.
And that was part of the response too, right?
Yeah.
That, hey, we are getting a new PLC and we're going to,
But so,
that's gonna take a while.
with the meetings I've had with Aeromod, because they're the ones that originally designed the plant, and Ashbury has been a part of these meetings. We are going to get rid of pumps that aren't needed. We have to take inlet screens and we just have to move some things around to get this plant to work as it's supposed to. Then there was the clarifier that wasn't working, so we have to get all the floats in place, which a lot of those parts are at the plant, and basically get flow to go in that clarifier. And then once these, maintenance items are done and then the plant will be flowing and working as it originally designed. So we're thinking a couple months out.
So
to get it.
for me, that's like the big project. And so obviously you can't do anything until we get the PLC anyways. So what you need to do, in my opinion, is keep everybody at Asbury focused on dealing with the easy shit, right? Their guy that's out there all the time didn't even know that how our plant was set up. He said some off comment to the inspector. Like, that's unacceptable. That needs to be remediated. And what's his name? Tom needs to know about that, man. I don't know if I guess he does.
I think it does because look to the port, but we can run the plant with or without the PLC right now. And we can run it, and that will get us in compliance on that. And we can change these few things around and add baskets and cap off certain inlets and make the plant run as it was designed, because now we have the flow. So originally it was designed that way because they were just now building the subdivision and it didn't have the flow. So that's how it
Tom
became.
did the response letter, so he's aware of what.
And we didn't get a chance to approve it, which we should have, and it was shitty. I won't say it was shitty, that's probably too critical, but there were opportunities to improve that letter a lot.
I think that maybe your Greg or you need to call and have a talk with Tom. It was concerning to even get to me, as an attorney, freaking out to even get the inspection report. And then to see the response without any input from us.
Well, and
It's a little concerning, so I think maybe
we've always had,
call it Tom would go a long way.
Yeah, I mean, we've always had the, idea would come and we would get, a little ding here or there, but it was never anything too bad. And I get it, like, there's somebody new that may be coming, but you can't say that that's your excuse because you got somebody else. I mean, there's guidelines, and just because the person before you was maybe a little lax and, you've known them for however long, so.
What I saw, and I appreciate the technical explanation, but removing all the technicalities from the findings we provided, and specifically the pictures, they're saying we're pretty fucking lazy and we need to pick up our job and start cleaning up this property. And that goes so back to my tools thing, tools laying on the ground. No self-respecting company leaves tools laying on the ground to age and rot, and that's what they're doing. Nobody does. You're into this field, you don't leave tools laying around. Absolutely not. So that needs to be picked up. I mean, the plant needs to be cleaned. If it needs to be deep cleaned, that's a cost. We got it. Probably need to call Jordan, just have him hit the trees, pick up all the brush that's around there. Whatever you can do to not get this fine that is, in my mind, inevitable.
Yeah. Is it within, I mean, in your opinion, is like the pressure washing and everything, is that something that they should be doing? Routinely, or is that something
At
that,
least once a year. At least, I mean, the steps are supposed to clean every month. The inlet screens are supposed to be cleaning every month. Certain items I should be cleaning every month. I know that there's items like the lift station. They were doing like a once a year cleaning. I had them bump that to every 6 months to clean out the grease and the grime and have all that sprayed down there so our lift station works properly.
Well, I don't want you to take this the wrong way because I'm truly asking for my own information. How often do you go down there and check up on what they're doing?
At least once every 2 weeks, and sometimes I'll stop by there more. But I'm just there to take care of weeds, we take care of brush. We weed eat certain things that don't get, mowed down by the lift station and try to keep up with that. I don't try to dabble in the contractor's business because they should know their job. If they
But
don't, then we
ultimately,
need
you're the
to.
superintendent.
then
It's
we
your
need to tell them.
statutory responsibility for the whole utility, regardless.
So I
So
go there and do my job. Just the other day I went there and I found out one of our blowers did not sound right and it had a bad valve and Ashbury didn't catch it. So yeah, I do go there and do my job. And I talked with Ashbury.
first I said, I want you to come to, I don't think you're not doing your job. I just want you to feel confident that it's within your authority to question them.
Right.
yeah.
And it's within your authority to say,
Right, tell them.
yes, and it's within your authority to say you need to pick up these tools.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think,
cleaning the steps, like that was something we brought up
We'll
months
have
ago.
your back.
right, and ultimately the buck stops with you because you're the superintendent, even though we contract with them as our sewer operator,
Right.
you're still the superintendent.
Right.
So I don't think you did a bad job. I'm not implying you didn't do your job. I just want you to feel confident in the fact you're the superintendent. You have the right to go out there to Asbury and say, this needs to be picked up.
Your license is at stake.
well,
It's a ding on your license, not theirs.
So
Well,
don't be afraid to do that.
contact
Feel like
Tom, so time for me and you to talk with him.
And I think as far as the deficiencies and the offhand comments and the responding without anybody's input, probably needs to be addressed by
Yeah,
you. If
we're
not
setting up
you.
a call with him, and I mean, we do have other contractors that are fine for our business.
Southwest Solutions.
Yeah. So,
I said, there's other people to play in the
And
same fields.
and we've had many of,
Yeah.
contacting us,
That's one
so,
of them.
Well, they're just the operator. They're the operator. You're still the superintendent.
And at the end of the day, we own the place, right? So
Correct.
Yeah.
like it needs to look the way you want it to look.
And we're paying them. If you don't think the quality of work is what you think it should be,
Right.
then you tell
Right. So,
And that was my intent, not to say you weren't doing your job, but it is your right to go in there and say, this is my license here. You clean up the stuff and get it right. And where's the samples? Are the maintenance records here? Now that you know some of the big problems that, IDM has pointed out, I would be looking for these things.
8 years ago, you could walk into that shop. I haven't been in there that long.
don't go in there.
Exactly. So you would go in there and you could eat lunch and it wouldn't even, it was so clean. And now it's just, I just
Smell.
imagine it's a nightmare. And we need deep cleaning, we just need to get it done.
Are they supposed to do that as a, as a contractor?
I would have to look at what we signed within.
But
I
they
have to
can't
look
like,
at what
it's
the
a hot
description is or
steam
scope of work,
pressure washers,
whatever's in that
like
scope of
that
work.
they could come
And
through and
everything
like
else.
steam the inside.
All-
I don't know if they're- I don't know if they're- I think it's in the-
So yeah, and help with things, so.
But
I have to look into that.
Paul says I might do something, I might do something, Steven, about updating it to where
They've
it's not
got
in
very
there.
lax.
what's that?
About like clean, like deep clean and stuff. Like he said, he'd have to look in the contract just to see
I guess people-
what their scope of work is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their contract says offhand. It's been a long time since we did it. My guess is that it probably doesn't say anything about like a deep clean. My guess just says that it, operated up to whatever standards.
Yeah.
My thing is if it was maintained properly, deep cleaning would need to be done to the extent that it sounds like it needs to be.
That's correct, but we're in the boat that we're in already, so we need to remediate
Right.
and make that the standard.
I think that, they're obligated to do the deep cleaning because they have not made it. That's just my opinion.
Well,
With that being said, hopefully you all might consider, so I've looked into some pricing, so this is a 12x12 tough shed. The shed will be built on site, prefab walls bolted to the concrete, so the concrete will be, it'll have a concrete floor. So this would be for all the electrical equipment, give room to, the current building that's there, so we can keep it clean, keep it maintained, have a little more space. Like I said, the electrical equipment, last year we had some issues with it. It gets way too hot in there, even with the air units. So I'm gonna pass that around. And like I said,
For what? For which electrical equipment?
all your PLC, because,
But that's what we got the shed now for. We've got it climate controlled.
well, the problem is, even with climate control, it's running all the time and it's still getting too hot in there. I have to have fans to blow any kind of air towards those electrical
how do we
components.
fix that? Like, fix it.
Move it to its own building with its own climate control away from the blowers, because what's gonna happen is we're getting ready to run the plant as it was designed. So it's actually gonna run both blowers, so there's gonna be even more heat in there.
So
And
do we
we'll-
get so do we get a quote instead of the tough shed to actually do an addition onto the existing building?
I mean, tough shed would look like shit. Like, we don't need a yard barn to put electrical, $100,000 electrical.
I mean, it just depends on if you wanna spend,
You're
if you wanna spend that money on the addition too. You're gonna have to get the air unit out of the way, just adding that to there, so.
So, and like I said, I haven't been out there forever. There's a garage door and we used to put a lawnmower out there. Is there anything in that space?
Yeah, I mean, you have a shelf with some of the equipment that's needed. You have a cart with a little, yard hydrant for them to use the flush hydrant if needed. There's all kinds of stuff out there that is still there. I mean, we got rid of the mower. We cleaned up in there a lot. We've added, like I said, one shelf, but there's still a filing cabinet, but I think that's relevant paperwork we have to have on site.
So paint the picture for me for the tough shed. So that's gonna go on the inside.
The tough shed would go off to the side. Nobody really sees it. And like I said, it's climate controlled. It comes with insulation. Yes, it looks like my daughter made this, but next to it, it's actually a nice looking shed for what it is.
It's secure enough for $200,000 for the equipment. I mean,
I mean, yeah, everything's in a lot.
So,
And
so,
And we still have cameras up there.
so saying that the tough shed is that's where we put the electronics, and the electronics we would have, it would be air conditioning inside there as well.
which is $200 for AC. It's $10,373 for the building.
How much?
Is this gonna be another
So,
mini split?
so
Is that what you're,
I mean, it's gonna be one unit in there.
and I know it's a lot more money, but
I can price out another building.
I mean, something comparable to like what this would be, but
Can you not put them in the blowers?
You can put the blowers, but you're gonna need to have a facility to put them in.
That's,
It seems like I would rather put the blowers in that thing than.
There's that.
yeah,
You're going to
Because the blowers are gonna be,
You're going to replumb everything though.
yeah, so the blowers are for the,
I'd like to make a statement.
the electronics then would have the
Contractors,
well, and the electronics then would have what, like big conduit there that connects the two facilities together, right? So that's how you're gonna get everything over there. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna be shocked, maybe not, by what the price is gonna end up being, but you know, thinking for the future, I mean, the tough sheds are fine, but I would rather look at something that get a big storm or something that comes through, like something concrete that's gonna stay.
Tough sheds do say, but I can look into quotes. The reason why I'm presenting this lower budget is because we're already almost spending $200,000 of, money
Right.
this year. And we're looking to protect that with an $11,000 investment, which would still get us by with what we need.
to just go back to the fence thing, there's a general rule of fence contractors, and that is that,
Okay. Yeah. That works.
unless you're putting up 8 foot with razor wire.
Thank you.
That's something US.
Right, and they can still get in there, it's true, sewer plant, or whatever.
I was just worried about.
It doesn't even have a deadbolt or anything, it just has a simple lock and key that can break that machine.
I'm just, when you all say, I'm like, I said, security, I'm like, we have a fence, I'm like,
I do it for a living.
that's only working honestly.
Right. Also have cameras up, plant too.
What?
It's shaking plans.
So there's no pad out there right now, correct?
No.
Where you would put that shed?
No, I mean, it's included in the tough shed quote. I got outside sources to price the pad, but it's cheaper to go with everything all in one. Even permits are included with the tough shed. The only thing that'd be separate is heating or air conditioning. Elite is $5,200. They could move a unit over from the one building, but the problem is the blowers don't need to get that building that hot either, so. And also, it's a good idea to have another facility for somebody to keep their paperwork and take their daily test out of too, no matter the contractor.
The AC work, is it a tough shed with a window, is it a window unit or?
No, I mean, it'll be basically its own standalone unit.
Okay.
And like I said, tough shed has insulation, that's included in that price as well. And that will be more than enough to keep our electrical equipment cool. I mean, we don't even have to run it besides in summertime.
So, but you have to put an AC unit in it, I mean, you.
Right, you have the additional cost of the
I mean, try somebody local like Allegiance or.
Elite is who's done another before, and that's who I contacted, and he gave me a price of $5,200.
Yes.
And they come out there and
That's over backwards for me, that's.
I say Legion's system of my house are $5,000.
They.
That's a 3-ton unit, and furnace and everything.
They back over backwards for me.
I think
Are
we
you talking
get
to a leader or Legion?
Allegiance. I think that we get some, what's that?
I'll keep that together.
I think we get some, we can get pricing, but I think we get some very good prices from as well.
Yeah, and the problem you have is you're talking about doing 2 units now. So you don't, you're gonna have one guy come out and maintenance one. and another guy come out and maintenance-
I mean, that's.
That's why I kept it the same.
Switch hands, like.
Well, I think the tough shed in general is probably a little more fancy than your run of the mill tough shed that you would see in somebody's backyard.
I like the tough shed, but
I'm not against the idea of at least pricing out building something out of concrete or whatever we want to do, but
It's probably gonna be,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna, the price is probably gonna sway our.
And the problem is we need this stuff like this year, they're waiting to, they have this ready to ship basically now. But I've been asked to, bring up to my attention
Fix it.
for them to hold basically they're gonna store our equipment until we're ready to ship it and work on it. But if they do that, we still need to pay the price, for the PLC unit, but they would store it in their climate controlled area, their building. We don't have room or space without that equipment getting damaged. As who we might contract, TNT Technologies, they're talking, they might be August, September.
So is that so if we get a price for something else and we make a decision next month, is that gonna put us way behind?
I think it only puts us behind because I'm waiting on the final number from TNT Technologies. Because there's gonna be a cost difference. So when we set up all this equipment, we're already gonna have to do more wiring. We're gonna have to do things in the initial building. There's
Sure.
gonna be a couple more days worth of labor.
Yeah.
If we do something in a separate building or a shed, he can set up everything and kind of work
That makes
everything
sense.
in reverse. So we don't have to take one blower off and work frantically for a day to try to get it going. Everything wired and plumbed in.
Yeah.
So it is gonna make a
A
difference.
clean cut over.
Yeah, it's gonna make
Now-
a difference in the cost.
What I guess what I'm saying is like if we've got the quote for the tough shed right now. If we get over the next 3-4 weeks, we get another quote for an actual building. I think though the only concern there is how long is that gonna take to construct an actual concrete building versus the tough shed to install. But I think it's worthwhile us knowing the pricing.
If you're moving the PLCs, can't we then also move the generator? And if we move the generator, can't we just expand the building out the side towards the little drive?
I don't think there's room to move the generator. It's all hardwired on that wall with its own panel, and that would be a much more significant cost. I'm not even sure. You'd have to have all kinds of equipment, crane, something to move that big generator. Be a lot more to move that generator.
All right, that was an idea. I'll scrap it.
I'm happy to scrap it. So in the interest of time, so see if you can get somebody to come out and get an idea of, okay, we wanted to build something concrete a little more significant than the tough shed. Get a price, and we've got $11,000 for that tough shed, right? So $11,000 there. If it comes in, if it comes in at obviously like $100,000 or something, crazy, like there's no, 75,000, we're not gonna do it. But if it comes in and you email us, right, it comes in at $20,000, which probably no way in the hell that's ever gonna be the concrete alone for that.
35 minimum.
Huh?
I said 35 minimum.
Does that tough shed, does it come with it in a slab or is that a separate altogether? Do it?
It's all together.
Trust me, I.
I'd like to bring something up because we have time and as Stephen has brought up, that we go ahead, even if we do change our mind and if we get a concrete building for do the straight face, $35,000, shouldn't, just in case we go ahead and get the tough shed, shouldn't we go ahead and apply for the building permits and all that ahead of time, just in case we decide to move forward with it?
He said the tough shed already comes with the permits.
They do all that. Well, it's like $300 and they do all the back end work for us.
I think my biggest,
So what's size? So what's the dimensions on that tough shed?
12 by 12 because they build it on site, but really you need, X amount from your fence, X amount from your everything. So 12 by 12 and it's what we need. What it is, but we only need one wall to fit electrical equipment. There can be a desk in there for sampling. There can be a filing cabinet for all the stuff that IDIM requires on site. So it's enough size, in my opinion.
Would it be that much more to go 12 by 15 or, just so you have to make sure you've got ample space, or is that, do we have room for it with the fence?
And you're gonna be running out of room because now you're encroaching on the, inlet meter that they track flow with. And if you have to get a truck in there to work on that, so that's part of the problem.
So you've got it, through, really well thought it through.
I think the question here is, overall, do we want to get a price for a more substantial building made of concrete, or just move with a tough shed?
Move on to that shed.
Price.
we can still,
All I wanna do is
It's
bring.
$11,000. We can't go really any bigger because of the
Yeah.
encroachment, right? So if we spend the 11,000 to get the,
Or the final
hear me out.
installation price.
the concrete and everything poured and get the building and everything set, even if that building doesn't last forever, I mean, it was $11,000, which included the concrete.
Which included this,
$11,000, we'll probably make more than that in a month-ish with the new bank accounts and.
So what I'm saying is if we approve that and then we get it, and then we want to revisit it later, like, hey, for the budget, end of the year, we're in the green by a long ways, and we decide later on, a year or 2, 3 years down the road, that we do want a more substantial building.
we could always put a brick facade on it, 2 years down the road.
So we're gonna do this the easy way. We're just gonna go through.
Do we want to do like a steel building?
No, you just go through, we're just go through and vote on it and, either to get on which direction you wanna go. So do you wanna get a quote for, in the question here, do you want a quote for a concrete building or do you wanna move forward with the tough shed? What you want?
I'd say we go ahead and do the tough shed and reserve the, future discussions for a more permanent structure.
I'm a quote.
Tough shed.
Say tough shed. There you go. It's a democracy. There you go. Get your tough shed.
Need a motion?
Your motion or second?
Need a motion, need a second?
So now we have to have a motion. To
Yes.
tough shed. So, all right.
What's
One of the three.
You got the dollar amount and all that?
Do you want me to include?
11,000.
AC in that?
Huh?
Do you want me to include the AC in that?
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever you.
what do we have to have? The
Yeah.
AC, the install, the electrical.
52.
Does that include the,
AC's from a different company. So this is tough shed.
so you would need 15,500, about 15,600 for AC and the tough shed.
And installation, who's doing the electrical work?
So the electrical work for the AC comes from the company.
Okay.
So, so.
I would do 16,000, did you say, for the AC and the tough shed?
I make a motion that we purchase
Yes, made motion.
the tough shed and the AC for the, pardon me?
And have the AC installed.
And have the AC installed for the water treatment, for the wastewater treatment plant, but not to exceed $16,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you all.
That way they can get all that rolling on that PCL equipment or PLC equipment, all that stuff.
And everybody's good with them holding it and then we'll just pay next month, right?
Yep.
And they'll store it and then we just let them know 2 weeks out
Yep.
and we're ready for it.
Yep.
That way we don't have to worry about it or it get damaged.
Yeah. So when when it comes here, right, it's just gonna stay out there. How big, it's gonna be shipped to us. How big is it?
It's,
I mean, it's a panel.
like 6'1" by 40 inches wide.
How heavy is it?
I don't know that.
Well, here's what, does it make more sense to stick it down in our basement here, or is it too big for it?
Getting it in and out. Yeah, getting it in and out would be the hard part.
Okay, never mind.
Damage it.
That's
So
okay.
This control panel, so what we have now, I'll just sum up, it's a little box, it's mostly mechanical.
Yeah.
This control panel is all, I mean, they can get text alerts, it's all
Yeah.
touch screen.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine, we can, all right.
Quick question. So since we're gonna have a cooler environment in the tough shed, can we move the internet for the camera system out there?
Yes.
I mean, you could call the company too to do
And we'll have to
it.
have it for the PLC anyway,
So it'll be a smooth.
to send out any kind of communication to phones.
Yeah, and that, I don't know when the last time that modem was updated, but it's probably.
I mean,
It's a little one.
Same.
Yes.
Like exhaust. For heat dissipation or anything like that. I know we're gonna have the AC in there and everything, but is there any type of additional ventilation?
Right, ridge cap, don't it?
It has to
Got a
have,
ridge cap.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I think we put those cameras in 2019. Internet's that old.
Way out.
6 years.
I will say with the PLC, Aeromud will be on site, hanging out with us for 3 days to make sure things also go smoothly. That's part of the package with that. So they will be on site for at least 3 days when that project gets done and worked on.
I think I will like the new building.
Well, I mean, it does clean up the existing building. And it gets things a little more cleaner, so it does get us to a goal. Like David said, you can always get a building later that is, matches the other one or something, so. It gets us to where we want to be.
Compliance was, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Just put stucco on the outside, make it look like.
Everybody, somebody take Gibbs keys away.
All right, what else?
I think that's it.
All right. Crystal, what do you got for us?
Part-time people, your new fire.
I haven't hired anybody yet. I've had a lot of good applicants this time though. So
Cool.
I've got like four that I'm still sorting through, but
So you're getting ready.
Better
to do that, aren't you?
I think pretty soon.
Awesome. One thing I forgot, we got a letter from Greenville Elementary School, 4th grade, with a persuasive letter on why we need a dog park. And we should.
No, the answer to that is liability, no.
Skylar sent one to them.
No,
I
no.
sent one to the NBA.
The last client that wanted a dog did not take my advice and then they ended up being a news story. No,
I'm coming in.
News story.
yes, no.
So,
Liability is gonna be crazy.
Who wrote it?
Somebody on.
It was a 4th grader, over here at the elementary school, so persuasive, so I will, respond.
I think you should write back and say,
Politically-
on advice of counsel, we're very sorry, we cannot make that work within the town and still keep our insurance and our attorney's sanity.
Yes. All right,
I'll be the VIP.
what else?
How are we doing on the chickens and the unregistered vehicles?
We now got a marshal.
Yeah.
Whenever he goes full time. I need
We
questions.
started today,
Okay.
not full
Well,
time,
he's not full
30
time.
hours.
But he's got lights on his vehicle now.
He does.
And
Do they work? There's a
And
question.
he has arrest power, so. All right, anything else before we
No.
close the meeting? All right, I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay.
So do we have AC in this building?
No, we don't have to turn on. Trying to save money.
I'll pay you.
Steve wants an excavator, we have to say.
Like you pointed out, aren't you?
Budget,